Hello everyone, it's Jessica here with another layout for the Shimmerz design team. You can use my name Jessica in the shop when you place your order to earn a free gift with your order. So I'm starting off with a textured gray cardstock by Bazzill, and I have cut a sun cut file from Peartree to use on this, and I'm just marking out the circle where that middle circle is because I'm going to have a photo in the middle, and I wanted to add some mixed media behind the sun, so it's just kind of peeking out and makes it look like it's glowing or like it's really bright. So I've added some white gesso there using my spatula that I got from Amazon, and I'm just going to add some splatters with it right now by just watering a little bit of that down with my paintbrush and flicking that on. And I had like a little whoopsie moment whenever I was doing all the splattering. My photo was laying here beside me and I got some on my photo, so I actually ended up doing a reprint of it and just kind of cutting it into another circle and putting it right on top later on, but had two whoopsie moments in this video. I thought my camera was on the entire time I was adding the mixed media, and here my battery was low, so it actually turned my camera off and we missed all of that beautiful mixed media in here. But no worries, you can see it there. That's what it looks like. It's still drying at this point, but I've added 3 colors there, as you can see on my desk, and I'll list them below for you. And I really like how it turned out. It just makes that sun look like it's glowing, and it looks really pretty. And here's my extra photo that I printed out because I messed up the first one and got some splattering on it. You can't really tell, honestly, but up close I could tell that it was kind of smudged on there where I tried to rub it off when it was still wet, and I didn't like how it looked. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut another one out, but I'm going to make it a little bit smaller so that it kind of goes in the middle of that circle. And I'm just going to layer it on top. I was going to end up popping it up with some 3D foam tape, but my sun I popped up with some 3D foam tape, so it was already pretty thick, and I wanted to use that acrylic title piece that you see laying on my desk, so I didn't want to pop up this layer of the sun, but honestly I should have distressed the edges. That would have looked really cool. But I just lined this up and I'm just going to stick it right down right on top. So if you ever have a whoopsie moment and get something on your photo and don't want to tear it apart or have to redo the cut file or anything like that, then this is an easy fix. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick that right on top there, and you can't really tell, but it does look kind of cool up close where you can see the circle. So there's my title acrylic. That one's by Color Cast Designs. I'm going to use that today for my title. I'm pulling out an old hip kit, and I think this is from either last summer or the summer before even, but it's an older one and I love this kit. I've been pulling out all my older summer kits by Hip Kit and I just love all these kits, so I've been trying to use some of these up and just dig into my stash a little bit because I have so much stuff here. I need to get using it so I can clean up my room a little bit. It's quite the mess right now. So I am just layering some florals and some little puffy stickers and all different things on this layout. I'm going to add some dimension by just lifting up the corners and edges of these flowers, just using my fingertips. And I'm just going to make them look cool. I'm going to pop a couple of them up with some 3D foam squares, and I'm just going to work those in around my title and then down around the bottom and kind of left corner of that sun corner. I guess it's a sun, it's round, so it doesn't really have a corner, but I'm gonna add some more down in that bottom left portion of it. So I've got some other die cuts here that I'm going to pull in, and these cute little they're kind of like dimensional stickers, so I'm going to add a couple of those, and I'm going to create a little cluster down here in this section. And I'm going to add kind of like a subtitle there. I really like that fun times. I thought that really summed up our day. It was a really summery, sunshiny day, and I took my boys to the beach that day. I took off a day of work during the week, and I took my, all my kids actually. My little baby girl was there too. I took all 3 of them to the beach, and we just had a nice fun beach day. As you can see, our beach is a lake beach. It's in the mountains. You can see them in the background, and I just love it. I just think it's so pretty out there. The water is really, really nice and usually pretty warm. It's enough to cool you off, but it's warm enough that it's not freezing like in the creek. So it's a really, really nice beach, and it's so clean there, and I just love it. And my kids really, really enjoy it too. I'm just going to tuck that little umbrella in there. That's one of those little 3D embellishments from the kit. I'm going to tuck it up there, and then I'm going to add some thread in a couple of these places just to give it some more texture. And I'm going to pop up this little subtitle using some of my 3D foam tape roll. So I've got my little embellishments here. I'm going to start sticking all of these down and roughing up those edges. I'm just using my Nuvo glue, which dries clear, to add my embellishments today. And I'm going to add it to my acrylic piece here as well. That way, if anything kind of squeezes out around the edges, I know that it's going to dry clear, so it's not going to create an issue or create any blobbiness or anything like that. And I'm just going to continue adding a few more things to this. And then this one's a pretty quick one, actually. It didn't really take me that long, but I'm kind of bummed out about the camera issue and my battery running low. I have to remember to plug it in the future so that it doesn't cut out the good parts of the video for you. But you guys have seen me do mixed media before, so I have other videos of me doing these techniques and different things, so I am sure you can get all caught up there. But yeah, I'm just a little bit bummed out that happened, but what can you do? I guess I'll create videos in the future, and I'll just make sure that it's plugged in from now on, I guess. I didn't realize it was that low before I started, but it's okay. So I've got these other 3D flowers. I just added some foam squares to and popped them down in that little cluster. And I have a couple wordy bits here that I'm going to add just to the bottom below that little subtitle. And then I needed something for my date as well. So I'm going to actually grab a little tab from this kit and add my date stamp using some Uncharted Mariner Distress Oxide ink. And here is that thread coming in that I was telling you about. I'm just going to add a little bit of Nuvo glue behind there and just kind of tuck that in where that glue is. I'm looking for my tool right now, and there I'm just using that to kind of smush it in there and make sure that it's on the glue. I'm just going to add a little bit more thread to the top portion up by this little title piece here, and I have to lift up my umbrella a little bit to get that kind of tucked underneath there and my cut file, but I'm just going to smush it in there. And I love the texture and how it just adds a little pop of color with the different thread colors. It's just pretty. It's just something easy to add to your layouts, and it just adds a little bit more texture. And then here I had to add 2 glue dots to that flower because that acrylic piece is pretty thick, so I just added an extra one. Then I'm going to add a couple more flowers. I know it's hard to believe, but I'm adding just a couple more things. Sometimes I don't know when to stop, but I just really thought this needed a couple more flowers just to balance it out. I like balance in my layout, so I thought it needed to match the top section, how that peeks out, so I added just that one more flower. And then here's my date stamp coming in. This is the Paige Evans ruler date stamp, and just a tab from that kit that I'm using. I'm just going to add it with my ATG gun, and then that's going to finish this one up. I hope you guys enjoyed this process. Sorry about the whoopsie moments, and I hope I've inspired you to create something today. And I will link everything below that I've used today in case you want to grab anything from any of the shops. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.